everyone, I'm Yvonne. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm holding a block today. We are working on some stretches. So it's gonna be a short one, around 10 minutes. I think it's quite good to wind down, to stretch before we go to bed after a long day of work. If you're a mother at home, you should feel like you're slouching, chest is tight, everything's tight after a whole day taking care of your kids or cooking, because we're always flexing, right? So let's work on opening up our chest and our frontal part of our body and opening the sides with some back extension. It's gonna be sweet and short, so let's get started. Place the block under your sacrum. So where to find your sacrum? It's the big bone here. So if you locate your ASIS here and then you go all the way back, the big bone here at the low back, below your spine, that is your sacrum. So we are just going to start with low to play safe. Okay, if you don't have a block, use a bolster if you're doing yoga, or few cushions to stack yourself up, to pop yourself up is good too. Okay, so I am going to sit here and then have the yoga block under my sacrum. I am working on my right side first, so I bend my left knee and I'm going to extend my right leg out. Reaching the big toe forward and try to point it onto the ground. If your toes or feet are tight, you might feel a little crampy. So I'm just going to relax here, take big breaths into the chest. And exhale all the way out. So feel like you're opening the hip flexors here. And if you don't feel much, I actually don't feel much here because I'm quite bendy. So then you can lift the hip up and put the yoga block higher. Adjust yourself. Same thing. Just think of lengthening. Try to point your toes to the floor and then really lengthening from the hip flexors. From here, if you feel a little uncomfortable with the low back, lower the block down. This might not be a good exercise, good position for you. As you're up here, try to really engage the core so that you're not really hurting the lower back. I'm just going to take a few more breaths here while I talk. So think of breathing in to the sides and the back of the lungs. This is the dynamic breathing, three-dimensional breathing for Pilates. Okay, and then we are going to switch to the other leg. So same thing, I'll play safe, low to start with. So lengthen the left leg out now and the right knee. So feel the difference from both sides. For me, I do feel a little bit painful here because I hurt my hip, right? I had a hip impingement. So do what you feel best. Do not force your body to do something that might be harmful, but I always think it's crucial or maybe essential to feel a little bit of struggle to make our body better. Alright, I want to go up a little bit now, so I move the yoga block up, and then same thing, reaching the big toes onto the floor, pulling the belly button in, lengthening through the hip flexors here, and take a few breaths. I'm not sure about you guys, but I would not recommend to go to the highest level of the yoga block. That might be too much of a curl for our back. I think for gymnasts it's okay, but not for us, not for me. Okay, bend the knees, lift the hip up and take the yoga block out, lower down. So normally I will do this chest expansion, chest opening with a ball, but since we're using the block as a prop today, I'll keep using it as a prop. So try to measure your scapulas on the yoga block, or maybe around the tip of the shoulder blade. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Inhale, lean back, opening the chest, feel the stretch from the ribs, from the abs. Try not to really hold your elbows in. Try to relax the elbows. Inhale here, exhale, slowly come up. You don't want to move the yoga block, so be mindful. Eye gazing towards the inner thigh here. Pull the belly button in still. Inhale, we go down. Also very important to engage the core here because we are arching our back. If you're not careful, if you're not engaging the core, we might create tension on the low back, which is not the purpose of what we are doing, right? We want to stretch and lengthen our body instead of giving them pressure and compressing them. Exhale, come up again. Let's do one more like this. It feels great. Inhale, lower all the way down. You might notice that you can lower a little bit more. If your head is touching the floor, you can release, but I don't feel great, so I'm still holding my arms here. But in case you can reach the floor, you can lengthen the arms out for a better stretch under the armpit as well. Or you can place a pillow under your head. I didn't prepare for that, I'm sorry. You can place a pillow under your head in advance so that you can lengthen the arms out. You can pause the video and do that now if you want to. And slowly come back up. And then we have extended our hip, opening our hip, opening the chest. And now let's give a little sweet time for our neck. So I'm going to place the yoga block around here. All right, so it's like a pillow under your skull. Okay, and then what we are doing, just rotating the head side to side. Do you feel little bumps? I do have some bumps. So let's say I feel it here. It's gonna be weird if you look at me now, but I don't care, as long as you do it. So I feel a bump here. I'm just gonna move very gently and slowly, rocking onto that bump. There's some tightness, muscle knots there. We want to untangle them to give them happy blood flow, happy length, and happy range of motion so that our body is happy again. And I'm going to try this side. There's one too, so I'm just going to rock on it. Alright, back to center. You can tilt the yoga block diagonally and roll and see if there's a difference. I do feel more here. And then the other side. Well, I know that I'm not doing for so long because I said it's a short video. I think I've passed 10 minutes already. So really try to keep doing it if you want. You can pause the video or you can do it on your own. Okay, stretching on the side. So I want you to sit like a mermaid. So left shin bone aligned with the side of the mat, right shin bone aligned with the front of the mat, and I have the yoga block here on my right side. So why do I need to use the yoga block here? Because sometimes I notice that when clients are doing mermaid like this, they always lift their hip up. So if you have your hip anchored onto the floor as you stretch, you definitely feel more. So if you can anchor your hip onto the mat while you do this, perfect. But it's not always about perfection. So if you cannot use the yoga block to help you, I'm gonna use it just to show you. And my left side is tight as well. So sit like a mermaid, left palm facing down, right palm on the yoga block. You can adjust the distance. Inhale, raise your arm up. Exhale, bend the right elbow down onto the floor, and then you reach towards the left side. Inhale, come back. So if this is not comfortable, flat palm here as well works too. And come back in. So notice I'm not lifting my left hip up. Reach and hold it here. So we want to rotate and up. So the first two, try to feel like a rotation that you bring your arm down and and mid, you should feel different as compared to the next one. So the next one we hold. Keep your right elbow tiny bent. Push your left ribs up by lifting the bottom ribs. So keep your arm next to your ear now. Exhale, rotate and reach. Reach your left fingertips forward. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, we reach. Do you feel the difference? I do feel more on the lengthening part. And come back. Coming back to center. Let's do the other side. All right, switch it to the other side. All right, I prefer to lay it flat. So you can do this or even on the mat, up to you. All right, palm, left palm down, right palm up. Exhale, bend the left elbow down and reach. Inhale, center. Same thing, you're not lifting up the right hip this time. And reach. Coming back. One more. Reach. And hold. Adjust the block if you have to. I am going to rotate with my pinky pointing onto the mat as I rotate. Inhale, bring it up, facing forward. Exhale, rotate. Notice that my left shoulder is not striking, so keep pulling your scapula down to maintain your shoulder steady. Now keep your arm right next to your ear. Exhale, reaching your right fingertips forward to rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Last one. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Coming back up. So I hope you feel a little bit more open and relaxed with all these stretches. If you like more stretches, let me know. I can film more later on with different props, or maybe with no props. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you soon.